Welcome back to season 3. Turn me up. Season 3 of Prime Parents, right here on Thee Pregame Network. This is a series where we take you beyond the sidelines and into the lives of the families behind the players. Today, we're sitting down with Mr. Kenneth and Misty Salter right here on Prime Parents on Thee Pregame Network. Yeah. Uncle
Hey,
Neely is joining me. BiggDOggChico, Chico, Misty, and Kenneth. How you guys doing?
Doing good,
good,
doing
doing
good.
good. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. Uncle Neely's in Boulder right now, where it's colder and he getting busy. How you doing, Unc?
Doing good, man. I'm glad to see Prime Parents is back season 3. This is one of my most favorite series of all the projects we do, Chico. We got the morning run 5 days a week. We got Uncle Chico 2 nights a week live. We got the big boy. We got so many different shows, but Prime Parents is the number one show for me.
That's right. That's right. Because we get to see and understand, the mindset, the upbringing and everything of all the players that people grow to love throughout the season. And once they get out there and make plays, which they will do, and they
Mhm.
have double time because they have two boys, then people can
Yes.
come back and watch these videos and get to know them. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Kick it off. So let them know where you guys located at, and a little bit about yourselves.
Well, I'm Misty, and I'm a teacher here at Cedar Hill High School. We live in Dallas, Texas. Um,
Kenneth, truck driver. Hey, just glad to be here and get to talk about a little bit about our story and how we ended up at Colorado. So
mhm.
let's go.
That's
Well, you
right.
you set that up perfectly for us. How did your boys end up in Colorado?
Well, uh, of course, Kaidon was at Liberty. One of them was previously at Tennessee, wanted to get back on the big stage. Had been watching Colorado, all during his college years. New players at Colorado, knew he wanted to be on the biggest stage in college football and show everybody what he got. And for us, Colin's one of Dion's originals. Played with Truth here in Dallas. Was on one of the best little league teams in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And played linebacker there, so that was a no brainer. Once he realized his brother was going and he can get back with Coach Prime, that was a no brainer for him. So
Yeah, there's been a lot of players, man, over the history of now Coach Prime going into his sixth season coaching college ball. From Cameron Silman Craig, the list goes on and on. Players that were with him, at Truth or Trinity, and then reunite with him back in college.
Yeah, even reunite with his position coach, Coach Andre Hart. How has
Mhm.
that been? Just that's not typical. Where you can have a guy who coached you as a 19-year-old or even before, and now to be
Oh
coaching you
yeah.
in college. How has that been?
So that right there, that was funny because when we came up there on the visit with Kaden, the first question that Coach Hart asked Kaden was, "Where's Big Honey?" We called
Mm-hmm.
Kylan Big Honey, and that's who they called him on the field was Big Honey. But
Okay,
Kylan told us that he's known up there as Big K Salt. That's what he wants
that's
to be
right.
called up there. So, but we call him Big Honey. That's the first thing he said is, "How's Big Honey, man? How you doing?" So, that right there, that was amazing just for him to even remember. That was his nickname, and who he was. So, Colin,
Right.
when he heard that, his brother was going up there. Say that was it right there. We had to see how we could get Colin up there from there.
I don't
Well,
know
let,
if
let
you
me
want
let
us to
me
ask this, but we got to get the story behind it, Unc. The story behind the name, Big Honey.
So so Big Honey is our honeymoon baby.
Mm, okay. All right.
So
Okay.
the end.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
yes, but we didn't know he was gonna be this big though, because he's bigger than all of them.
yeah,
So
I need to go name my kids Big Jack Stay Homecoming. That's what they was.
yes, Big Honey. He's a gentle giant though. He was my sweetest. Um, he's full of muscles, but
Ain't it?
he's so sweet, so sweet.
Can I
Yeah.
So
can I can I tell
Big
you a
Honey
story
is
about Big
perfect.
Honey? Can I tell you a
Yeah.
story about Big Honey? I ain't no
Exactly.
big hunter right now, so I don't know him by that. But you just
Yeah.
gave me his name. As y'all know more than anybody, he recently had a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now there's a tradition here that on your birthday you get wet, you get thrown in the pool, and so everybody knew his birthday was coming, and we were in the warm up lines, and I was like, "Hey, Salt, you gonna get wet today now?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Not happening."
Instigating.
And some of the defensive players heard that's like, "No, dog, like it's five of us. This is you." He's like, "It's not gonna happen. Y'all not gonna be able to get me." The next day, I said, "So what was the cold tub like?" He said, "Uncle, I told you they wasn't gonna get me. I got away from all five of them. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna take more than five to get me in that pool."
He's a
And you,
mess.
yeah,
No, he
That's
he
him.
he's got some muscles, man. He is a
Yeah.
player out there.
he's
Yeah.
one of those ones where, as a teammate, when he tell you something like that, he's not going in, and you look at your other teammates like, all right, now who gonna be first to grab him? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be first to grab him. You're gonna have to be
Yeah.
first to grab him.
That's him. That is him.
Yeah,
That
he
is
told me. He said I'm
him.
too. He told him I'm too slippery. Y'all not gonna be able to
Yeah,
get me.
Yeah.
that's what's
That's
up,
him.
man.
He's
He's just
he's
as
the
big.
baby. He's the
He's just
baby
as big
boy.
as
So
the baby boy. He's just as big as Pops.
he's the baby boy. We have one. It's five of them. We have five,
Mm.
and Kylan is the fourth, but he's the baby boy out of all of them. So, and then we have a 17-year-old. She graduates this year. So, well, next year. I'm sorry. So, but Kylan is the baby, and he just turned 20.
Well, I'm gonna
Mm.
tell you this. We got a team meeting 8:45 tomorrow morning. He sits right in front of me, one row down. He will be hearing Big Honey in his ear tomorrow.
That's him. That is him. He's so disciplined, and it started. Colin was our most challenging kid, behavior wise. He was the
Mhm.
one I always had to come up to the school and put my hands on him. He would be over the road, so I was the one that had to go to the school. And it's saying I stayed up there at least twice a week.
Mm.
So teachers had my phone number; they would text me, but I would go up there and I get on them, stay on them. But he knew, that that's what it was. Chill out, do what you're supposed to do. I had to be the disciplinarian while he would be over the road when he was little.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but discipline came into because butt whoopings wasn't working. So we had to find out something else. And so the key to breakthrough was making him do push-ups, making him do sit-ups.
Mm.
So that's how we disciplined him. And he just started eating those up to where if you don't get strong and you don't get your muscles and you don't do this, you're not gonna be able to go to football practice, you're not gonna be able to do this, you're not gonna be able to do that. So, but discipline, when we would go on our college visits or whatever, when he was in high school, that's what he wanted to do. He didn't care about the teachers, nothing else. What do the workout room look like? Who is my strength
Mm.
and conditioning coach? That's what he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to know because he knew that's where he was going to spend the most time.
Right.
So, but Colin loves to work out. He loves to eat when it comes to that. He definitely is a grinder. He don't give up at all.
Love that.
Man.
Let me ask y'all this. As parents, and I got four, and all four of mine in different places.
Mm-hmm.
How comforting is it to y'all as parents that they're far away from home but still together, like to have two of them in the same place, same time?
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's very much what's the word I'm looking for? A blessing. Because of course last year we was on the East Coast one
Mm-hmm.
day, and the next day we're back down south. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot of traveling. So it's going to be a blessing to be able to travel to one spot and get to watch both our boys play. We never got to do that during junior high, during high school. We was always going to two different locations, and at first it was three different locations. So we have an older son too. So we was going to three
Mm.
different locations,
Mm-hmm.
watching football, basketball, track, whatever sport they were doing. So this will be our first time going to watch them play
Wow.
together in the same location.
Yeah, totally a total blessing.
Yeah, love that.
Dang. Colorado came out of left field, it seems like.
Oh
But
my God, yes.
yeah. But how
Yeah.
was that once it did come into play and you guys knew that that was possible for both of them to go to Colorado? How did y'all make the decision?
I think everything just came full circle. I
Yeah.
mean, they both wanted to play under the big lights. They both just wanted an opportunity to show what they are. They wanted to play for the best coaches.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to
Mhm.
be taught by the best. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and with Kylan, it was Kylan was recruited by the previous Colorado staff before Dion came in. So when he came back up, he had already he already knew what the atmosphere was anyway. So he was ready to get back down there and put in the work. So
Nice.
Out of Cedar Hill High School, and he did amazing at Liberty. Made a name for himself. Dual threat quarterback. Just looking into this season, what are you guys looking in expecting from him at the quarterback position?
It's not going to be new to us because we've seen it everywhere he's played. But Colorado is getting another winner, just like Shador was. He is a winner. He's won everywhere he went. He's going to put on a show. You're probably going to see some stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah.
You're going to be sitting on the edge of the seats when he gets to scrambling. But I mean, he's a winner. He's a leader. He's been doing very good in his leadership. I watch all of the videos. He's going to get out there and take care of business. So I can tell you that we're in good hands at the quarterback position.
You'll mostly see me sitting there like this. Because Kaidon is, oh my God, that boy.
When the lights come on,
that's not even Kaidon. Like when the lights come on and he got that helmet on his head, that's a wrap. And so I'm literally sitting there because he just praying and asking God to just continue to keep that bubble around him because that boy drives me crazy when he's flipping and sliding and everything else. So but when I say, Kaidon, you got a scratch on your arm, then put some peroxide on. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
So he just go home and take his bath and he's good. But they a mess. They're my boys. So I love being around them. Love being down there. Love being at all of the games. Like he said, it's a blessing that we're able to see both of them on the same field and they're together. It's like them playing in the front. We couldn't keep grass in our front yard because they played football, throw a tackle or whatever in the front yard with all of the neighbors. So that's what they did. And it would be a street full of kids and all of them would be in our front yard. So we could never keep grass in the front because of that. So we was the safe haven house. So kids stayed over there and I kept Capri Suns and all that stuff. So, hey, they came over there and they had drunk out the water hose. So they know what it's about. They know how to do it.
Ain't nothing like that water hose water. I love it. Chico don't know nothing about Chico. I'm telling you now.
No.
When you turn it on, you got to let it run a little bit first.
Yeah,
that's right.
Let it
go right
cold. Yeah, I know about that. We let the
spiders get out of it. You can Chico just run right to the hole.
Shout out to Miss Belinda. I still remember the name of the lady whose house we used to go behind. She had the coldest water in the summertime. Miss Belinda. Shout out to her, GWC Project.
Y'all was back there stealing plums too.
Uncle Neely would have been that kid at y'all house. He just wanted the Capri Sun. He ain't played on ball. He ain't work out. He just asked for
Yes.
And kids ain't been lie about it either. I'm going to the house with the snacks.
Well, tell us this: where did their competitive background kind of come from, or fire come from? Were you guys athletes? Give us some of your background as far as athletically.
Oh yeah, I was an athlete. Played at DeSoto High School. I had quite a bit of offers to play college ball. Ended up having our daughter my senior year, so and I wanted her to be able to finish high school, so I ended up staying and going local and helping out with our daughter. But if you ask anybody around here from DeSoto, they know where they got it from.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's
that name still ringing these streets, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's proud of it. It's not a surprise when you hear somebody around here local say Salter, and when your daddy was cold. So I hear it all the time. So
what position?
Linebacker.
Linebacker. Okay. So and then you have one linebacker. But how did you help develop your quarterback? Where did that come from? Did he just always become a quarterback or be a quarterback as a little league?
I believe he got the arm from his mom. But Kaidon was playing flag football in DeSoto. And
DeSoto, Texas.
Yeah, he threw the ball. His flag coach. He threw the ball.
That was me. Now I was at practice that day.
Yeah.
He wasn't at practice, and I was filling out paperwork. And his coach asked, he was out there playing. How the kids just run around after practice, just playing while I'm filling out paperwork. And Kaidon was playing with all of the kids. and he was just throwing the ball, and big kids was running at him. So he wasn't playing with his group of kids, his age group, and he was playing flag. So big kids was running after him, and Kaidon just chunking it, throwing it out there every time to the same person. Yeah. And coach saw him playing, just horse playing. And coach say, man, do that again. And then he ran at him and said, like that. And he was like, okay, now throw it over here to him. And then he told the boy which route to run, and he did it again. Kaidon threw it right at him. He said, man, I think I found my quarterback. And I didn't know what quarterback was. So I came home and I told Ken, I said, boy, they said Kaidon finna change position. So, and Kaidon been number 3. He started out as number 3 as a quarterback. So we're embracing number 3. It's a full circle. Like he said, we started with number 3, and looks like he's going to conclude his collegiate career as number 3.
Because number 7 represented you guys' family number?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yep, 7 family, 7 of us.
Yes, it's 7 of us.
Well, if y'all still got some Capri Suns left, it could be 8. I'll come over there now.
You might have to fight the grandbaby now.
Yeah, we grandparents too now. We got a grandbaby, and that's his.
That's right.
But y'all getting a lot of positive comments from the chat, complimenting on how well raised your young kings are. One of our regular fans, Dennis, he watches practice every day on the bridge leading to the lower fields, and he says every day after practice, your son stop and talk to him and play with the dog. So everybody's complimenting on how nice and well mannered they are, but on the field, they're different people now.
Well, look. Well, I know it's Kaidon playing with the dog because Kylan ain't playing with no dog.
Yeah, that's what he says, Kaidon.
Yeah.
Yeah, biggest guy. Not like
he don't want.
He'll tolerate him. Yeah, but he don't like him.
The whole time he'll sit like this. He ain't playing with no dogs, and his daddy bred dogs. But he's never been bitten by a dog. But he won't play with no dog.
I'm
Chico,
like that.
You got that. You got that clip from Media Day.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
I want to play something. Kenneth missed it, and then I want to get y'all thoughts on it. And you're showing, and teaching Juju some things along the way. I saw this just this morning at practice when the offense was going through some installs. You were switching out, Juju's going in, and the ball had switched hashes, and you tapped him on the hip like, "No, we over here." Yeah. That's one of those things. If you compete against somebody, it's not your best interest to tell him he was lining up wrong. But y'all seem to work together well and feed off each other. Why is this competition so "quote unquote" friendly?
I mean, like, people don't understand. I'm a grown man. I'm 22 years old, and Juju he's 17. So like, what do I look like not coming in and helping him out? I remember when I was a 17-year-old kid coming into college, and I didn't have those older people to look up to and to help me out in my room. So I just want to make sure that no matter what, this is where I'm at this year, and next year I'm done with college. So I got to make sure that it's left off with somebody that's knowing what they're doing and control, that'll be able to come out and control the offense. So, the competition is very friendly with us. He's, like I said, Juju is a kid, and I'm a grown man, but I also can go out there and play around and things like a kid, still play with him. I'm still got my childish moments out there on football field at practice, such as everybody else do. Like, you see Travis Hunter out there in the NFL dancing and trolling around. But yeah, I mean, it's a great friendly competition, and Juju, he's an absolute dog. So no matter what happens, the team is in good hands.
I'm going to work on the NIL. So let me set the stage out there or reset it for the chat. That was from Buff Media Day. I guess the worst kept secret in the world now is, he's QB1 against Georgia Tech. But while this competition was going on, he was still helping the guy he was competing with get better. And when you see your son in a position where he's literally fighting for his job, but helping somebody, compete to the best of their ability, how does that make you feel to see that characteristic displayed from him?
So he's listening to me still. I have preached to Kaidon to always have fun, period. If you can't go and have fun on that football field, why are you out there on the football field? If you get inside your head and get inside of your thoughts and stuff, you just got to have fun. Get out there and have fun and do what you need to do.
And always be a leader. Just always be a leader. Always be a mentor. Know that someone's always going to be looking up to you. It doesn't matter if they're 4-star or 5-star.
Yeah.
You've done it,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't.
And you've
So
made that mistake. That's his wisdom.
You've been through that. You know the ropes. You know how to lead them. You can help them with the small things of coming into the college atmosphere as a highly ranked quarterback. You've been there. You've done it. So why not?
Share
lead
it.
him and share the knowledge that you gained from the route that you took. So, and like he said, it's nothing. It's not fun when you're thrown to a college atmosphere and you don't have support from older
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're by yourself.
Yeah.
So especially in that same position, y'all in the same room. So he's a like-minded, individual as well. Also, Kaidon came in at 17, just like Juju came in at 17. So, and Kaidon didn't have a good start as well initially. However, he's learned from it, and we have definitely poured the serenity prayer off into him to make sure that he understands that lifestyle and how to move moving forward with that mindset. So it's a mindset thing. Mm-hmm. So in Kaidon's mind, it's me versus me. So, and that's the mentality that he has to have moving forward, by coaching his team up or coaching his guy up, right next to him. You peer coaching. That's it. It's, let me peer coaching.
And I've heard him say that is his competition is him, that is me versus me. It's philosophy that he's not really, months ago, not really competing against the other quarterbacks in the room, trying to be the best quarterback he can be. And again, I can tell y'all as parents, like I've seen him on several occasions when it would be in his individual best interest to not help somebody. Mm-hmm. He would go out his way and say, hey, no, do it this way. Trying to translate between the communication barrier between a coach and another player. As a senior, somebody's been there like, hey, this is what they're saying. Line up here, do it this way. Mm-hmm. And that was not to his personal benefit to do that, but he would do it each and every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's learned it. I mean, because he's been in situations where he needed help. So mm-hmm. I mean, he knows that if you have the ability to help someone, help him, because in some of the situations that he's been in, if he didn't get no help, ain't no telling where he would have been. So mm-hmm. It's been instilled in him, and he's been through it. So I was glad to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, like y'all said earlier, y'all been keeping up with everything on the Well Off Media pregame show and Reach the People Media. How's it feel to be able to just have that input, to where you can still see them and see what's going on the daily,
Save us a lot of money. I can just open up my phone and see what's going on.
Yes. When he on that road, that's what he's watching. Well Off, or what's the other guy?
Yeah, like numerous times we done said, hey, babe, we're gonna go to Colorado this weekend, but open up the computer and see everything we need to see. I'm like, well, right. We can save that money.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And I can tell y'all, man, over the years being with Coach Prime, Jackson State to now, I've had so many parents when we meet each other at games or something say that how refreshing it is to be able to keep in touch without keeping in touch with their children. Like I saw him today because I saw the practice clips, I saw the team meeting clips, and so kind of speak on that for us, for Coach Prime to have such a open program for the world to see and how that benefits parents as well.
It's a blessing. It's amazing. You get to see what your kids are doing. You get to keep up with them without bothering them, without calling them all day, it's a blessing.
Yeah, I know where they are, and I know how they are mentally. I know when they had a bad practice. I know when they had a good practice. If I saw them doing something good or whatever, and they deserve a congratulatory text, then I'll shoot them a congratulatory text. It's already in me every week. I send them at least once a week, a good morning. Hey, how y'all doing? Have a good practice today when I'm on my way to work, because we're an hour ahead of y'all. So, I do those all the time, or have a good practice. Sometimes I get a response, sometimes I don't. But and it's
he do me the same way, so it's all good.
So I don't take it personal. So, but but they see it, and it's always going to be there.
Yeah,
so
you will get that. You since they know you have access to them like that, the phone calls and texts, dude kind of die off. That you was on the computer, you seen everything.
Yeah, you saw it.
Saw everything I done today. So
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
We see everything. That's how we're able to keep up. So if I like the interviews and stuff, somebody will usually tag me in the interview and be like, "You see this interview, or you see Kaidon's interview, or you see Kylan's interview." So that's how we usually keep up. Somebody will tag me in it, and it go from there. They used to call me and say, "Hey, I did an interview," or they'll send us the link. But like I said, it's accessible to us already.
Well, he was your QB son when he was selected to go to Big 12 Media Day, which was right there in Dallas. I do the media training for the players before they do stuff like that, and I tell you, man, he was soaking up like a sponge. You thought we was installing the offense, like he was, eager to learn it, wanted to master it, highly critical of himself when it was done with. So he applied that same like QB get better mentality, hold himself to a different standard that he does with everything.
Yeah, he's been interviewing since high school, 10th, 11th
grade.
And
I can tell y'all worked with him because every time it's getting better and better and better. So we do appreciate you for that. I want to say thank you for that.
Yeah.
More than welcome. More than welcome.
That's dope. Yeah.
We got a couple of questions for y'all, if you don't mind.
Okay.
That's in the chat. One was a comment when somebody said, "We tell y'all been together a long time. Y'all starting to look alike."
Lord.
Yes.
16 years?
Yes.
Oh, since married 16, but been together.
We will be married 21 years in November. We've been together since junior high school.
Man, goodness gracious, man.
Yes.
What a clap at Uncle Neely.
And he is the daddy of all 5 of them.
Talk that talk, mama. Hold on.
He ain't baby daddy. He's their father.
That's out the father figure apparel. I can tell. I'm not gonna. Hey, I could tell the way Pops talk. I could tell how, kind of how Kaidon talks. Kind of like the same cadence and everything. Kind of the same.
Yes, all of the boys
laid back, chilling. Yeah,
laid back, straight to the point.
Yes.
Well, Taylor Made she asked, how long has Mr. Salter been a truck driver, and how long has Miss Salter been in education?
I've been driving 18 years.
And I've been with children over 20 years, but I've been at the high school since 2021. I went to the high school after Ken's, when he was in a coma in 2021. I went to the high school after that. So
you got a hashtag super mother for yours.
Got super fathers in the chat, and then hashtag super mothers also. You kind of hinting on that. It's actually, if you kind of Google it, you can kind of see what it says about what was that, 2019, 2020, around COVID time.
Yeah,
2021.
Yeah. And those were some hard times. Can y'all talk about how that helped you guys as a family stay together, and kind of the things that y'all leaned on, to help y'all get through that?
Yeah, that would be her conversation, because once again, I was in a coma for 3 months, so I really don't remember a lot of it. But once I got up, I realized that family is everything, and it grew us as the 7 a lot tighter with my boys, with my daughters. It just I could tell that it scared them, but they was glad when I woke up, and ever since then, the bond has been so tight with everyone, but especially with us 7.
And 3 months.
Yeah, that was just a snippet. We went up there to drop Kaidon off, and like he said, 3-day, what was supposed to have been a Sunday through Thursday stay turned into 3 months, 4 months, because we did not come back until May, and we went to drop Kaidon off January 17th. And in 2021, Kaidon, he was diagnosed with COVID the day we checked him in. The second day, I'm sorry, because at that time, they had to do a COVID test before they could get into their dorms. And so he was diagnosed with COVID that Tuesday morning, and then I took him to the hospital Tuesday night. Kaidon was quarantined Wednesday morning, and he went to ICU Wednesday night. And then from there, I didn't see Ken anymore until 3 weeks after that. And then from there, I saw him later on maybe early February. But he was on 2 life supports, ventilator and ECMO, and he lost his lung. He had a lobectomy procedure done at the time. COVID did take his lung, but it didn't take his life. They tried to send me home, and I never left. I stayed up there right next to him. They continued to tell me, you need to go home. And I told him I'm not going nowhere. He is my home. So when he wakes up, then we'll go home.
That's
And
right.
that's pretty much how it went. So I drove us home May 7th, Mother's Day weekend, because I wanted to be home for Mother's Day, and from Tennessee because they wouldn't let him fly. And I drove us home that entire weekend, and we had a little homecoming parade for him, and we went from there.
Well, of course, you're getting a lot of God blesses and my goodness and praise hands in the chat. Like what a testimony.
Oh yeah,
it was a blessing.
everybody had COVID, but me. Everybody.
Wow.
There was 6 of us that went up there.
Mhm.
My oldest son, he stayed here. At that time, he had a job interview that weekend, so he stayed home. He stayed behind, but he flew up there. My church flew him up there. I think right when they was getting ready to put him into a coma, because I wouldn't let them put him in a coma until all of us got there, and we were together. We had 2 meetings, and I wanted us to be together when we had that meeting about how we were going to proceed while he was on life support. But everybody had COVID except for me.
And you said that 3 months and Chico can't even get one to text him back. Looking in the wrong places, Chico. You're looking in the wrong.
Stay with the one in the 8th or 9th grade. Like Ken would have been right. You know what I mean?
That Superwoman didn't go anywhere.
I never left. That was the first thing he woke up. When he woke up March 1st, and he woke up March 15th. And the first thing he said when he woke up, because when he woke up, he had a trach in his throat, so he couldn't talk. But he saw the Valentine balloons and the St. Patrick's Day stuff hanging up.
Wow.
Because I wanted him to see how long he had been asleep. And
I thought it was the next day.
And he thought it was the next day. The first thing he said was, "Did you go home?" And I was like, "No." So we was there the whole time.
That's right, man. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Y'all flood the chat right now. Flood the chat right now.
They flooding this, man. I see God is good, amazing family, covered by the blood.
Yeah.
Standing for Misty, because whoa.
Yes, indeed.
And the person who it hit the hardest was Kaidon. And a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, he blamed everything on himself. What we was in Tennessee.
His dad being sick.
He's 17 years old.
He had the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Coaches got fired the day we got there. I wasn't there to help him through that because I'm at the hospital. So it was hard on him. So I mean, he's been through a lot. So that's why
about that perspective.
Yeah, that's why
he would have that guilt because y'all was all there because of him.
Yeah, he carried that on him and began to distance himself for a long time because of that. And, you know, I just, again, the grace of God that people reached out to us because I'm up there by myself and I got my kids with me and people was reaching out, you know, let me help you with food or let me help you with a place to stay. We was in a hotel. So
Tennessee showed up and showed
they
out.
showed out.
Our family members here, friends and family here showed up, showed out. People we never even spoke to showed up and showed out. I mean, even when I got out the hospital, we would go to restaurants in Tennessee and we'd get a check tipped our bill and it's paid.
Yeah.
Come back to Dallas, we out eating.
Yeah.
We trying to pay his pay.
I still get people reach out to me or they'll see us in restaurants or whatever and say, I prayed for you. Are you Miss Salter? Are you Kaidon's mom? I prayed for you. Girl, you just don't know. I prayed for you. I prayed for you because I journaled on Facebook. So when I tell you every day, I journaled on Facebook because that kept the traffic from coming to my phone with people reaching out to me and asking me, how's he doing? So instead of saying it 20 times or copying and pasting it 20, 30 times an hour, I just put it on Facebook and put it out there one time and people were sharing my story and everything and what was going on. And, you know, people was reaching out. So like I said, I was very much supported. And, you know, because I couldn't go to work, couldn't get any type of assistance from the government, nothing, because we were citizens in Texas, and I was trying to get help up there in Tennessee. So, but had I stayed up there one more month, I would have been a resident of Tennessee.
Resident, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it like when Kenneth's eyes opened though? Like what was that day, that hour, that minute like?
I got up there and everybody was staring at me like something had happened when I got there. But they were staring at me not with fear, but with they were anxious because they was ready for me to see him. Mm-hmm. And I went to visit him every day. Like I said, I journaled on Facebook and I journaled in a little binder in a spiral. And when you would go in the hospital, you know, they had to do your temperature and everything. And a lot of the times you couldn't go up there, but they allowed me to go see him because that's all I could do. I wasn't from there. And I wanted to be with him. They knew my story. They knew who Kaidon was. They knew, you know, what was going on because it had been televised everywhere. So I got there, and when I walked in the room, he looked at me and was like, "Where you been?" But he couldn't talk, so because he had the trach. Mm-hmm. So from there on, it was just tears. We all cried. Yeah. So it wasn't nothing to say. It was tears. I couldn't get emotional because he kept writing questions down the whole time for me to answer. Where you been? Trying, because he couldn't even hold his phone. He wanted to know where his phone was. Nothing. He had to learn how to walk again. He'd been laying there since January.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And Kenneth, when you finally came to that realization point that it wasn't yesterday, it's been 90 days. What was that like for you mentally, spiritually?
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was stunned. Mm-hmm. I was happy. I knew I was blessed. These doctors walked in and started telling me everything that I went through. I couldn't believe that. All the machines were still in the room. I'm looking around like, what are these machines doing? Mm-hmm. And I was just, tears started flowing. Kids got to come in, and it finally clicked, you know, that I told that doctor before he put me to sleep, I said, I got to wake up. You got to do everything you can do for me to wake up. And they did everything they could do. Like, I was the first person during COVID to survive COVID and have a lobectomy procedure. So, I mean, I went under the knife and got, you know, part of my lung taken out that had never been done before.
He was the first to survive
it.
A lobectomy procedure while on ECMO.
Because that you know.
Yeah, it was an emergency.
About that, the ECMO just not something you come off. Like it's normally the last resort, you know.
Right now to this day, I mean, they still, as far as I've come, even to this day, it's still unbelievable because a lot of stuff that I'm able to do now, I'm not supposed to be able to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that just comes from that drive and determination. I mean, as soon as I woke up, 2 weeks later, I'm lifting weights with my legs and doing all kind of stuff that they just wasn't supposed to be done. But I didn't want to go to a rehab facility. I wanted to come home.
Yeah.
So I did everything I could do not to go to that rehab facility and to come home.
Because he would have had to stay there. So a lady she put us in a apartment out there. Sweet, beautiful spirit. She put us in an apartment out there so we could get out the hotel. And they allowed home health to come and see him at the home where we were staying. And it was a fully furnished home. And she told me, you can stay here as long as he's in the hospital. So from January to May.
All the kids are still there with y'all while this is taking place.
All my kids were still there. School. I used up everything in my account because I didn't come back to work, nothing. So when I tell you that was a faith struggle.
Yes.
So because the first 3 or 4 weeks I was in denial, like this cannot be happening. And then I got angry because why me? And how dare you get me this far and my kids, and then I'm sitting out here by myself and we homeless. And and my kids got to go to school, Lord, what is wrong with you? So, you know, but everything I had, I took it. I got the kids Chromebooks. They continued their education. online virtually. I called the school and let them know what was going on. Bought them Chromebooks, and I proceeded as if he was at a regular checkup. I wouldn't let them worry. If you ask my 17-year-old right now about what happened up there, she'll tell you she don't even remember because I didn't let her worry about it. I just made them believe, and God is good, and He's good all the time, and all the time He is good, and your daddy's gonna be fine. So when your daddy wake up, Kaidon got a graduation in June, and my oldest, she has a graduation. She was graduating college. So I kept whispering in his ear when I would go visit him. I do my crossword puzzles and I listen to my gospel music. I put one earbud in my ear and put the right one in his, and we would sit there and listen to music while I do my crossword puzzle, and we would go from there. So we just proceeded normally. So
that's a blessing. What a testimony. You know, that's one of the things we love about our parents is getting to know like the backstory, because everybody sees the success, the home run pass, the tackle for a loss, and they don't know like the road that it took, you know, to get there, the stuff that these families have been through. And one thing I want to say, be thankful for, is the sharing of the earbuds. I can't share earbuds with Chico. Every time he hand me one of his, he got this brown wax on it. I'm like, man,
if y'all watch the show, you'll see Uncle Neely share his earbuds with everybody.
Clean though. And you see the people look at him, they know, oh man, this boy bathed right here. I want to ask you this now, Kenan, like a little lighthearted again. As a truck driver, when you finally getting to go home, but your wife had to do all the driving, was you backseat driving? Like, hey, baby, don't do
all the time. So, and she will pull over. Well, this trip she couldn't pull over, but any other time she would pull over, politely open the door, get out, walk around, open my door, and say, "You can have it."
Yes,
that's right.
Every time.
Man, are you like a cross country driver? Because I don't know too much about it. I know we have a lot of truck drivers that watch this show, and a lot of educators also. But are you like cross country? Like, how far do you go?
No, I don't put in too many years. I'm home every night now.
Oh,
that's
wow.
right.
Yeah, if I ain't got to go past the state line, I'm not going.
That's right.
Funny story.
Hey, them dudes.
He used to. Reason why he likes to stay local is because he didn't want to miss no football games.
Yeah.
He wasn't missing football. He wasn't missing track. He wasn't missing basketball. He wasn't missing none of it. And one time he thought he was gonna miss a track meet, and Ken pulled up in the truck at the track meet and blew his horn and watched the track meet from the truck because he couldn't park it. So he just sat in the truck and watched the track meet. Like, this is the kind of pops that he is. So he not missing no track meet, no football game, none of that. He has to be at all of them.
Hey, and speaking of fatherhood and strong father figures, one of the things that you guys get to see, you already knew it from Trinity and Truth and being there in Dallas, but you guys get to see, the morning messages from Coach Prime to the team, and also the other coaches, what they say to the players, two of which being your kids. What is it like to know that they're like in good hands and capable fathers, like their own father they got in the house, that they're being supported with father figures that are not biological?
I love it. Because I ain't got to call and say nothing. So I love it because everything that they're saying is probably what I would have said anyway.
Right.
And it's just a blessing to see other fathers pouring into your kid as I would have poured into their kid if I had that opportunity. So I love it.
Yeah. It's a diverse group of men because everybody has their own story. And that's the part that I like about it, because they are respectful young men. My boys are. So, they know that's where you pray as a mother for discernment and pray that they get it and they understand, or they're able to make the choices, the necessary choices that they need to make based off of the word that was poured into them from those individuals.
Yeah, I tell you, used my favorite word when I pray is that discernment. One of the things I tell Coach Prime is, man, forget that athletic ability, Florida State, NFL, forget all that stuff. I think one of his biggest gifts is his discernment ability. Like, he understands people and people who are genuine. And one of the things he does in building his team is, he talks to, as y'all know, he talks to the family. He talks to the parents, to the players, and makes sure it's a good fit, not just football, but spiritually and all the other regards for the players. because this thing is bigger than football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
I look forward to seeing what he's gonna say every morning as soon as I wake up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get your inspirational vitamin from him sometimes with
Right.
so yeah, most definitely. I get it. So but I love it. I mentioned on a interview not at the beginning in January before Kaidon came up there, the mindset that he had when he was young coach, well, young prime, put it like that, because he wasn't coach prime then. It reminds me when I hear the interviews and stuff when people are talking about him back then, how confident he was and how cocky he was, etc. That's the same thing that Kaidon got in high school and at Liberty. People would think the same thing, and it's not even that. It's a difference. If you know what you're doing and you go out there and do it and you back it up, that's confidence.
Absolutely.
So that's just what it is. And it has nothing to do with that. This boy's out here having fun. And that's it. He's been taught to have that mindset of go out there and you have fun. That football field is your playground. So, and everybody is the playmates around there, that's on your team. So, and you tell them what to do, where to go, how to do it. So I love to see him. My favorite part watching Kaidon play is when he directing traffic. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, it's coming up. We are, I say it's game week right now because we play next Friday, right? So Uncle
Don't
Neely
agree,
fought me on that all day.
don't agree with that. Don't agree with that. He's setting you up. He's just trying to get me and you divided. I've been trying to tell Chico all day. It's 7 days away, but it's not the week of the game. The game is next week.
It's not the week of the game, but it's game week. Let me ask another footballer or to break the tie between us two. Brother Ken, is it not game week right now? Should they not be in game mode right now?
No,
Well,
you attach that
next
second
Friday.
question. That second question makes the first one a yes. Of course they in game readiness.
Yeah, I would say they should be in game mode, but it's not technically game week.
Game week starts Monday.
Sunday.
I'm trying to tell him that all day. It's not game week.
It's game week, dog.
I got to tell that y'all something salters now. So when this happens, just understand the chat. They want me to do it, so I'm gonna do it for them. They say, every game. This is from Miss Dawn Duncan. Every game they make, hug them big for the chat family. So I'm gonna make sure that we do that because y'all have given a wonderful, wonderful testimony.
Every game we will be there.
Yes.
Miss no games.
Yes,
Lord
we will be
willing,
there.
God willing.
Amen.
But you haven't been to Boulder yet, haven't experienced it yet, but just seen it
Not
online.
game, but we
kinda,
go for the spring
not a game, but
game. Yeah.
okay. How was it? I see Dennis in the chat asking about it. Did you guys visit yet, and how was it on your visit?
Oh well, it's I'm working out right now.
Yeah.
I done lost 30 pounds. Boulder will not defeat me anymore. Was that altitude on that first day?
Yeah, that was hard for him to
You felt it.
move around while he was up there. That altitude, again, he moves a little slow, but he's moving quicker now. For the last month or two, I've been taking him to the hiking trails up here and stuff like that. So he's moving a little quicker now. But that was he's been very determined not to get back up there and look like what he was looking like in April, because he really struggled getting back from the stadium to the car. And we actually parked pretty close. It should have been maybe a 15-minute walk, but it took him about 45 minutes to get back to the car. So
now, not only with everything he's been through, is that understandable? It's understandable, period. Like with your first couple trips here, this air is thin for real. Like it's not hype, it's real deal.
Yeah, he struggled real hard. So he
especially
was down
going
the whole
uphill.
time.
Like you gotta go up an incline or something. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be defeated this time. I'm ready. No, that third or fourth day is good. Them first 2 days, and we've been to Boulder and Colorado quite a few times, but
yeah, my back and forth, like the first coming here with Coach Prime that first December, it took about 2 or 3 days. Now it probably takes like half a day when I come back and forth. You just get acclimated to it. But those first couple trips, now it'll grab you.
Oh yeah.
And my big honey had everything I needed. So he
sure
had my
did.
oxygen tanks. He ordered all kind of stuff.
He had all kinds of oxygen for him. Pops need this. Do Pops need that? So he had everything at the house for his dad. So Kaidon got him the hydration drinks or something. And
Mm-hmm.
then Kylan had him the oxygen cans there. He was using the oxygen cans around the house. So it
Oh, yeah,
was
I
it
remember
was
those.
tough on him the last visit.
Well,
Yeah.
the house is still a mile up too.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, I tell
The air
people
thin.
all the time, Salters, when they let me know they coming, start drinking water now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you
Hydrate.
rehydrate before you get here, it has less of an
Yep.
impact.
Been
Yeah.
doing that.
But
Yes,
your
sir.
skin gonna get ashy, your lips gonna get chapped,
Yeah.
Yes.
and this altitude gonna suck whatever moisture you got out. So you got to
And I ain't gonna
hydrate.
sleep good that first day, bro.
Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, hey, Georgia Tech coming up. Looked like it was a nice QB battle, but like Uncle Neely said, the secret is out. Look like Caden will be the starter at quarterback, and I expect Kylan to get a lot of playing time, maybe even be the starter at linebacker too. You know, a younger linebacker like you just turned 20 years old, but showing a lot of maturity on that field. Can y'all
Mhm.
talk to us before we get up out of here? What are the Buffs getting, and what are the Buffs fans getting out of your guys on the football field?
Mhm.
Well, of course, with Caden, you're gonna get a lot of excitement. You're gonna get a lot of sitting on the edge of the seats. You're gonna get a lot of stuff you probably never seen quarterback do. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
what he do. That's what we've seen everywhere he's played. Um, Colin, you're gonna get
Mm.
a
You
all
gonna
over the
yeah,
field,
he gonna be
try to knock
everywhere.
your head off.
And if he do knock your head off, the only thing gonna come to mind is, dang, bless his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all you gonna get. Oh God, bless his heart. Dang, Colin, what I tell you about hitting him so
Yeah,
hard?
Mm,
So
mm, mm.
he's ready. He's been waiting for his opportunity to get on the
yes,
field and
he got something to prove.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
it's
his
going to
opportunity.
come. He's got some, more experienced linebackers in front of him as far as seniority goes. But the way Coach Hart operates that room is going to be definitely a good rotation, and everybody's going to get the opportunity. I'm really looking for everybody to see what I see at practice from the quarterback because, on the one hand, does he have powerful legs? Can he take off running? Absolutely. But please don't sleep on the accuracy of his arm.
oh yeah, no.
Like
Telling you.
he is a straight up quarterback. A lot of people want to just overhype the running ability because it's something that's still atypical for the most part. But
Mhm.
Duke can throw that ball now.
Oh yeah, oh
And he
yeah,
got some guys to go get it too. He got some real
yeah,
weapons on the outside. I don't know if he's played with that much talent at the other schools, but he
yeah.
has some weapons on the outside. Who are some guys you've been excited about, Ken, that you've been watching online? Even mom too. Some guys you might be excited about to see him play with this season.
I'm excited about the whole receiving core. Of course, I've watched Sincere play because we played against them at Liberty.
Hmm.
I've been watching Amarion, Andre, everybody. I've been watching. I haven't missed a video. If it's well off pregame, whoever streaming it, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to get my notification and I'm going to watch it. So
Yes.
I'm excited about the running backs too. So and the
Yeah.
tight end. I mean, I'm excited about the whole offense.
Yeah, he
I
excited.
don't know what these whatever you call the people who critique the teams and all this. I don't know what they watching because they can't be watching what I'm watching. So I'm
They're
That's
excited.
what
not.
I
They're
say
not,
too.
coach. They
I'm
of
excited.
course they got Georgia Tech favoring this game, but that's really based off a lot of that Georgia Tech Georgia game last year.
Mhm.
And what they're not factoring in is Georgia Tech got a 50% new roster just like we got, and they're looking at us like, well, Travis is still gone, so we're probably gonna have a drop off. But they just don't understand what was brought in here.
Mhm. We can show you better than we can tell you.
Well,
That's
we
right.
gonna show them.
Mm,
We gonna show them next week. We gonna show them.
Oh yeah.
mm.
Next week.
Yeah,
Chico, we got
yeah.
some super chats to read and take care of before we let the Salters get out of here. You want to throw some of them up? I think about 4 or 5 of them.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. There you go. Unc, try to read that. Unc.
C. Everett, $50 super chat. We appreciate that. And the support C. Everett says, amazing interview. Prime Parents rocks. The Salters testimony blessed me tonight. We appreciate that, C. Everett. Blessed
Absolutely.
everybody.
Yeah,
Make sure you
thank you.
share it. Big Mike with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that drop. Dinah Ray, $5 said, fire interview.
Mm.
Elenisa, regular in the thing, member, 1999 super chat. Great prime parents with the Salters. Thank you, Uncle Chico, Mr. and Miss Salter. Amen.
No problem.
Will with the 49.99 super chat. Came in late to the conversation, but you guys' story testimony It's similar to what happened to my wife in 2014 with her aneurysm. I kept the entire family and friends included through Facebook daily as well. May God continue to bless your family. Amen to
Thank
that.
I'm
you.
a Cowboys fan. Yes, sir.
Oh, shit, too.
Yes,
Look,
sir.
Uncle
Man,
Neely
man,
too.
man, bump that screen,
Oh,
kid. Hey,
yeah.
man, look. I be trying to tell Chico it ain't too late. We got
Hey
room.
man, I was a Cowboys fan when Prime was there, and Michael
Mm.
Irvin is my favorite player of all time. You know, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
I'm like a
we still
yeah,
believe.
You know,
yeah, that's right.
I
You
know
know,
I
I
do.
did watch the documentary yesterday, so
I
I
was
ain't
about to
gonna look.
say that
I ain't
I'm
going
getting to
nowhere.
that.
Ken, I ain't going nowhere.
I'm
I
getting to
told
that.
Chico last week, I said, Jerry Jones could call you the N-word, and I'll be like, Chico, what you did?
Yeah.
Jerry, I'm
Damn.
staying with the Cowboys. It must have been you.
yeah, buddy.
that
Hey,
had to be a reaction.
that got too far, big bud. I
Did we
told
get
y'all
all
though.
the supers, Chico?
Yeah, I think we got all the supers, unless one just came in while we were talking. Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Will was the last one. Yes, I think we got all the super chats. We appreciate all you guys tuning in and dropping super chats. I told y'all they had a powerful story, and I'm glad you guys were here to share it with us and be open with us, and that way the people can understand where your two sons come from, and now they can really, really have a meaning behind their cheering this season.
Oh yeah.
And way to celebrate that marriage and make a baby on the honeymoon. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's big
Yes,
honey.
indeed.
Big honey in the
Big
Yes,
building.
honey. That's right.
yes, yes. I
Big Pick
think that'll
came
be
in
so
later.
cool to hear his name on the TV. Big honey with the tackle.
It's gonna sound like a collision. I can tell you that much from what I've been saying.
Yes,
He was
yes,
smacking folks out there.
yes.
Shout out
I
to
just
him,
looked.
man.
One morning at breakfast, I was just staying at his arms. I was like, hey, dude, man, you are huge, man.
Yes,
Looked
He's
at you
been
like
on me,
Debo
so.
did it.
yes. He stay on his daddy for sure.
Well, before we get up out of here, we want to open it up, give you guys a chance to give shout outs for everybody listening in, family members, hometown, city, whatever. The floor is yours.
Mm. Well, I want to shout out Cedar Hill High School.
There we
That's where
go.
the boys came out of 2023, that class, 2024. That's one of my favorite classes as well. And 2025. And then, of course, 2026 class. That's the class my baby, she graduates from this year. Also, shout out my mom, my little sister, Raven, April, and of course, all of the other kids, Nakaya, Kenneth, their big brother, and who else?
She's
Kinley,
at the volleyball
Tootie. She's
tournament.
at a volleyball tournament in San Angelo. So shout
San
out to
Angelo. Oh, that's where I
yes,
used to
they're in
live.
San
Shout out to San
Angelo
Angelo.
volleyball team, City Hill varsity
Oh.
girls.
And me shout out everybody, our friends, families, truckers out there. Y'all be safe.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of truckers in the chat shouting you out,
Oh yeah,
I
man.
all
told
of
y'all.
Colorado, all of our Colorado family. We're very approachable. When you see us at the game, come up and talk to us.
Absolutely.
And we like to have fun. I done chilled out a lot, but still gonna get up and make a little bit of noise in the stands.
He
So,
will.
Yes,
He
sir.
will.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
and our
Well, y'all
church
heard it
family,
from him now.
Antioch tuned in. So
Yes, my
You see
church
him in one of
family,
these.
Pastor Chris Wesley, Antioch Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church.
Yes.
yes,
That's what I'm talking about. But now, when y'all see him at one of these 7 home games and the Big 12 championship in Dallas, make sure y'all go up and show him love. And don't forget, to look him up too on ESPN, because in 7 days, Chico, next week, not this week, but next week, it's going to be live on ESPN, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Georgia Tech is coming to town and got 2 Salters out there on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all make
That's
sure y'all
right.
check it out and support. And you heard it first on Prime Parents. What a testimony! What a story! You got a lot of folks in the chat been saying they was already pulling for your boys, and now they pulling for them even more now, knowing the path it took to get them here.
Oh yeah. Not say it took a minute. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the love. Thank you.
Yes.
Keep us
Thank
in
you
your
guys.
prayers because we're still picking up. So just keep us in your prayers.
Will do.
Yes,
Will do.
ma'am.
Thank
We'll
you
do
guys
that.
for sure for coming on. We appreciate it.
thank y'all.
All right. Hey, y'all know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, comment for Prime Parents right now.
6:30. That's not the time, man. It got up to pertinent 700 watching live. So still hit them likes on the way out. Appreciate all the views and the super chats. And when the show is over, make sure you share it with somebody because it'll
Please
still
do.
be up. You don't have to watch it live and just be done with it. What a beautiful testimony for the first prime parents of the season 3, Chico.
Many more to come. Y'all know what to do. We're gonna be up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, y'all.